Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, September 17, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a time for change call tonight. I'm going to share some information about the financial, I'll just put it this way, the financial shift on the planet. You know, what's happening, what the current status is, truth, not what do you call it, rumor. I think people get really tired of the rumors. You want to make sure you're in a comfortable position. No outside distractions. Relaxed into your body. Still as a statue and focused on your breath, rising and falling. Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish. Albert Einstein. All of us, soon, in this life alone, have been presented with to make a challenging decision and thought, right? It's like you say to yourself, is this the right path to take? Should I take this path? Or perhaps you had a bigger question, such as, what am I supposed to do with my life? Many of us are caught up in believing that we can make the right decisions, stay on the good path and off the bad path. We will be rewarded in some way. And this may be true to some degree. Yet in the grand plan, our soul is on an infinite journey, as we all know, and is interested in something much bigger. It's like your soul is much more advanced than your mind is, way more advanced than your mind. It has a deeper knowing inside it that feels which decisions and paths will lead to more joy, bliss, and freedom, and which won't. There's a deeper experience of comprehension, comprehending the bigger picture of your life that is found with any small decision. Your soul, spirit, or higher self inherently knows that it is connected with an infinite divine being that is the source of all creation. Something much greater than anything found in this physical world. The advanced soul innately comprehends that discovering this connection is the real goal, an ultimate decision to be made in this lifetime. Any other goal, decision, or question is merely a distraction. The fact that the media and society have been desperately trying to hypnotize all of us to believe otherwise only makes the real truth easier to be felt once it has been seen. The misunderstanding inside us that says that this is right and that is wrong is simply conditioning handed down from our parents, the TV, friends, families, societal consciousness. it is deeply embedded in our own thinking patterns. We all have this inner feeling of pressure inside to always do, say, and think the right thing. This pressure has caused us to forget the real and important destination of our lives. And the tension has created such a disconnection with our own bodies that we do not know what we want and feel an absence of the real thing that we are truly hankering or yearning for inside. There are so many decisions and choices to be made every day for all of us that we forget the greatest and most obvious one that is here and now. Now, some people identify with this. Some of us ignore it, or don't put any attention on it. But what we are all searching for is an unlimited, unending connection with a real feeling of universal love. Truth is that all moments in life, in this life, good or bad, contain the possibility of finding this love within. And the real goal for every soul is to live, exist in this love by realizing that it is connected to this infinite spiritual source of love. Now, what the mind has forgotten is that every situation and decision, right or wrong, has the potential to lead us into this self-realized and God-realized space. And from this place, there is no worry, stress, or fear about doing the right or wrong thing. From this state of being, you cannot make a wrong decision. The mind is a funny thing, in that it is always trying to find a better way of acquiring more things, making life better, and getting somewhere in the future faster. It is deeply rooted in this need to be in control of your life and create everything according to the way it thinks it should be. This neediness to be in control all the time is what is creating all the suffering in our lives. Once we realize that it does not matter so much what we decide, do, or say, as much as how connected we feel inside. Years and even lifetimes of suffering will instantly and completely fade away. This is a very finite, detailed roadmap for all of us. The only way to discover this place of freedom is to look deeper within. Go beyond the mind and our programming around what is right and wrong, and simply look at what is at the source of here and now. To go inside oneself means to drop the outer world completely and discover that this universal love is abundantly within. Drop the outer world. Seek that is within. This takes tremendous focus, courage, and determination to break free from the situations we all believe are outside and inside of us. And these experiences seem as if they are the ones creating our suffering. Whereas the truth is that we are totally responsible and have the power to decide what we want to feel at any given time. What we do is we become atrophied because we rely on so many things outside of us. And we don't rely on anything within us most of the time. We atrophy. And we become more accustomed to relying on things outside of us. Which, of course, when we switch to inside, it demands tremendous courage, focus, and determination. It's up to each and every one of us to make the decision to let go of our entrenched struggle with right and wrong and simply use our energy to consciously choose to access this unlimited source of love inside every day. Inside you every day. Once you decide to remain open, curious, and find what ultimately brings peace to your body, mind, in each new moment, you will discover that this infinite divine inner connection is already here now. This is the greatest and most fulfilling exploration you can undertake during your lifetime. You imagine what it would be like, what it would feel like, that you would make a pledge. You take a week, say, okay, I'm going to make a pledge for this next week of my life to let go of the right-wrong dilemma and focus instead on connecting with the divine inside of me. I'm going to spend at least 10 minutes a day consciously diving more deeply within myself than I have ever done before. Set your worries of the outer world aside. Open to the peace within your innermost being. Rest in this place and release yourself from any prison or tension that you have created in your mind. Then focus on being gentle and loving with yourself for the remainder of each day. Say kind, loving words to yourself, like you would a small child. Simply relax, and enjoy your absolutely glorious, amazing life. Now, most of us, a lot of us, let's put it that way, on this planet, have become so protective of our egos that one of our biggest challenges, believe it or not, is being at ease with love. We fight it. We're afraid of it. We fear it. Fear going to get hurt. Fear this, fear that. And the whole thing is about the love within you. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, has faith in all things, endures all things. Love never dies. Bible, Corinthians 13. We know, okay, some of us, there's one precious thing that has always opened the doorway to higher understanding. And that is deep eternal love. I don't use the word unconditional because the word conditional is in there. Deep eternal love. Love is one of those intangible states that we tend to categorize, label as a certain thing and put into a box. Yet love cannot be contained or even defined by words. Sure, we can come close to it, create great poetry that points towards love, yet it always falls short of the perpetual expansive experience of love. With love, all things are possible. Now, romantic love is a very small part of the love we're talking about. Right? The energy of love is the only thing that any of us need to solve every problem we have. The moment you start trusting the expansive magic of love is the pivotal day when everything will completely change for you. If and when you think you are too poor, busy, lost, or frustrated to trust love, you are simply making up excuses to hide another day in your imagined smallness. Open up and let love guide you. Don't have any ideas about what it is or what it is not. Just feel what love is like in your body and heart, and you will always find your way. Now, one were to sit, contemplate with oneself. And this planet and this civilization is master teaching all of us. We look at things and we say, okay, so we've done this as a collective. The world is where it's at right now because collectively of what we have thought, what we have created, what we have manifested, on and on and on. Now, is it, you ask yourself this, collectively, for everybody on the planet, does in this very now moment, does this serve the greatest good for all? It's an interesting question when you take it within. Now remember, you're observing, you're not judging. You're watching, you're observing. The only way to learn anyway. So, and you say, has this, all of it, for eons and eons and eons, has it served the greater good, and is it right in this very now moment serving the greater good for all of us? Moving to the comprehension collectively for all of us, not just a few. Because some of us don't know. We do not know. We do not have a clue. But these are questions to ask oneself. It's because we're here to what? Grow into higher levels of divine perfection as the gods that we are by experiencing a material physical life. Spirit into body creates life. These are questions that many of us sidestep. Oh, it's too involved. It's too detailed. I don't care to go there. But it is a question that must be presented to each and every one of us. In this very now moment, on this planet, Is it serving the greater good for all of us? And what if the answer is, no, it's not? Then we no longer embrace it. Then we move into higher levels of spirituality, comprehension, higher levels within ourselves. Once we get it, once it sinks deeply enough within us, and we realize that we are the orchestrators, which means that we can create the opposite of what's occurring. Because we all know everything's changing every split second. Everything is changing all the time. And the irony to it is that we know anything that changes is not real. And that's a tough one for the ego mind. That's a real toughie. Most people scoff at that and say, oh, yeah, okay. So, it seems simple, doesn't it? You focus on yourself within in meditation, in the silence. You know you're a God, pure consciousness within the body, experiencing life, created by spirit and body. Life is God. You are God. But you know, a lot of us have been taught through the ages that that's blasphemy. No, you're not. You're small, weak. Okay? That God is powerful and will punish you. You see that it's all about programming. It's all about that stuff. When you can actually talk about it, it opens up new channels. Channels have always been there. You just were so busy and distracted material physically that you kept walking by them. And what does that do? Well, you begin to discover that a lot of things were not true to heart. A lot of the things, and it's not a negative, the discovery is phenomenal. Once we begin to discover these things, it's very uplifting. It's like, wow, you know, I kind of thought so, but then it really is. And then what we do is it motivates us to go even further within. I found this. What else am I going to be able to find? Because when you look at stuff from the perspective of watching and viewing, you see many things that surface, that come out. You see how the civilization, this particular species on this planet, is influenced, right? Directed. Now, it doesn't mean that they know that they're being influenced and directed at all, period. It's just the way things are. When you discover that you are the creator, that you create 24/7, you manifest, omnipotently powerful, supreme, manifesting, abundant being that never dies, that's experiencing physical, material life with spirit and body. That's what we're doing. It really is, though. It's like putting on a set of clothing, brand new, right? And yeah, that clothing is on until it gets to a certain point. You say, well, it's time to take this off. And then that life is done. And you have a new one, and a new one, another one, another one, another one, another one. It's a never-ending journey. And we're always doing. See, you cannot not be doing. Why is that? Well, because you could just be sitting, but your thoughts are everywhere. You could be sitting on a couch or chair or somewhere, say, oh, I got to get going, I got to do this and do that. But you're doing all the time. It's just a different perspective. What we've been taught doing is, and what we've been taught doing isn't. See? Goes along the line of right and wrong. But when we really do leave, when we spend our time in heart-mindedness, quiet, all of that ego mind stuff that seems to plague us drops away. See, that's the challenging part. It's easy to talk about it, but to do it, not only to do it, do it in the now, but to do it all the time, that's the challenging part. Okay. It's where we kind of fall off, say, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go over here and do this. And in a crazy way, one of the reasons it's so challenging is because we have adapted to the lives that we have. We have adapted and acclimated ourselves to all the information that has flooded into us. And it sounds kind of strange, but in a weird way, we're comfortable with it. We're comfortable with it. Isn't that wild? Even though we kind of know that, hey, this is not my natural state of being. I know it. But it's like I've just grown used to it. And it's like, almost like ego mind say, well, you got to stay here with this. And then you become more aware and you say, no, I don't care to stay here with this. The pain, the suffering, disappointment, the manipulation, the dishonesty, all the stuff, all right? We're experts at it. All of us are. We've experienced it so many times and for such a long period of time. We've done it so many times in so many lifetimes. We really have. That's a fact. And some of us are, they say waking up, right? Waking up on the planet, waking up in it. But we're becoming aware of the gods that we are. That's what's happening. It's a step process. It's kind of a drip, drip, drip. And how do you know? Because the difference is that you really feel it within you, within your heart mind. It's not about anything out there. It's becoming aware is the process of you within yourself and discovering, that you're not this life or this body. You know? This is when people start to become aware. They start realizing it doesn't matter what, the current, your current life, what's happening, what's going on. Really, what's happening is a transition that you say, I don't really care to do this anymore. The pain, the suffering, the disappointment stuff, because we all have it. It's not like it's only select few have it. Everyone has it. Everyone's experiencing it. And then we become more aware, and then we go within, like these meditations, and because we want to. Not because we have to, so we're not being forced, because we want to. What we're experiencing is something that is our natural state of being, but we've been on the other side of the coin for millennia. See? We've been on the other side of the coin. We've been in ego mind for a very, very, very long time. And a lot of us are saying, I'm not going to go there anymore. I'm really curious about heart-minded, the now, and practicing that 24/7. I'm interested in maintaining a deep, eternal gratitude all the time. I want to know what that feels like. I want to experience that. I want to know what it's like when I can just say to myself, I'm going to be happy today. And nothing outside of you can stop that. Nothing can stop that. Once you decide to be happy, you're going to be happy. It has nothing to do with out there. It has everything to do with what's within here, within you. And for this civilization to progress, flourish, come out of extinction, one of the major steps is embracing their divinity. To know that they are a God within the body, that they're super powerful beings, they use the body for experiencing life. Period. And that they can change direction at any time they wish. They can totally manifest a different life. In the middle of a life, you can manifest a different life. Doesn't mean leaving the body. It just means that you're going to do it this way, not this way. And that's your choice, see? And with information that comes in, which you are open to, that information comes in, and you embrace it. This time, you don't negate it. You can feel it. In the quiet time of this meditation, you'll feel the vibrational frequency of you. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your heart, mind. You'll feel it within the God that you are. It is a completely different existence. And once you embrace it, okay, it's for good. It's not temporary, once in a great while. It becomes more and more and more. And it doesn't wane. It doesn't subside. It keeps advancing and expanding. And this affords you the opportunity to go deeper within yourself to find even more about who and what you are. And then your life shifts. Whole thing shifts. You'll know when you let go of things, when you just say, yeah, I'll give this to the universe. I want the universe to take care of this. It isn't a cop-out or anything. Because, the interesting thing is, it's like the drop of water in the ocean. You're the universe is you. You're the God is you. Okay? This is across the board. It's with everything. That beautiful sunset is the God that I am. It's not a beautiful sunset. It is the God that you are. Okay? That fresh snowfall is you. It. See, once we begin to embrace, which we really never have, because of the distraction of material physical life, once we embrace the fact that there is no separation. Separation is an illusion. We are not separate from anything. That's why you'll hear people call like the Matrix, right? A digital universe, holographically generated, living, trillions upon trillions of beings. God's experiencing those bodies. What do you think would happen if there was no life? Be just a big, huge void. A big, huge void. What would happen if these bodies never existed, if all humanity never existed, if all of the different species never existed? What would it be like? What would this planet be like? It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That's why we do these meditations, and we've been doing them for almost 8 years. Solid 365 days a year. Millions of people all over the world have listened to them over and over and over again. Recorded them, play them back, finding new things and new frequencies and new energies come out of them every single time. Okay, they're not just meditations. They were never intended to just be meditations. That's why they're not. Joining the meditation, I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. Relax into the body. Focus on your breath rising and falling. Who you think you are is just a concept. It is not even close to the amazing multi-dimensional being that you really are. Look into a mirror for 5 minutes today. Stare into the black holes in your eyes. Let yourself disappear in the emptiness. Stay for about 30 seconds in one state of mind. Keep breathing and noticing who is the creative witnesser behind your eyes. Observe what conscious spiritual energy is present. Lose yourself in the experience. Let yourself dissolve into the experiencer who is having the experience. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night, following morning. We'll return here tonight, Wednesday, September 17th, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Time for Change call. And Thursday, September 18th, 3:15 p.m., a little after, continue our Global Guided Meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's happening within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.